All right. This is what I do before every single show. And I was like, screw it. You're going to see my warm up. It's not the same every time.
It's not ever the same.
But let's get into it. Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do another show. Welcome back to the show, to the place where we build financial power. My name is Matt, and this is
Potter.
If you're new here, we appreciate you sliding by. Thursdays, Fridays, 10 Eastern, we have the Harry Potter theme in the background. Sometimes, only if you come in at the right time. We're all about building financial power on this channel. In the world of crypto, DeFi, degenerates, we're learning more and more about it. Potter has been in this world longer than I have, and she's taken me under this Sherpa wing, this Harry Potter wing, and I'm learning all about it. Yeah, right? So today, let's touch on the topic that it's been done, but I think our unique scope of your experience and my inexperience and my optimistic yet skeptical optimism of this is it's a good topic and a good question to sort of expound on. So first of all, how you feeling? How you doing over there, Potter?
It's so crazy. Everything, the way everything's moving or not moving out there. So I'm good, from a daily stand up, but with the centralized banking system, like talking about trying to see where the U.S. going with hey Ara,
what's up,
with the rates. History has clearly shown that investing in a time where rates are going up is not a good time, right?
Yeah.
Especially for assets that are considered long-term appreciation assets like bonds, and it looks like the centralized banking system has put crypto in that. It's a long-term buy, yes, but its value, we want to keep it low because we think it's gonna keep growing. So they are baking that into. I think they're baking that into the price right now, and so that's where we're seeing this volatility. So how am I doing? Watching the red and thanking God that I just stick to the strategies that we talk about and that we make work.
Yeah, right on. Yeah, it's been a red market for a little while, to say the least.
Yeah.
And it's crazy important to stick to your guns. But with knowledge comes power, and ignorance brews fear. And that's the intent here, is to sort of document the process of learning. And I want to touch on proof of work, proof of stake. We have not touched on it before. I know a wee bit about it. And what would you say that Ethereum is in ranking? Probably like number 2, number 3 as far as its popularity, mainstream. Ethereum is well known,
Right. Do you know why it's well known?
Because it was like the second one after Bitcoin?
Because it allowed programming on top of a blockchain.
Really?
Right. So for the first time, it's like, whoa, I can basically write an application that takes advantage of the Bitcoin blockchain, but it's not a part of it. Let's see what we can break. Right. And so the innovation started there.
Okay. So then Bitcoin was obviously just a transfer of actual like money people are paying for a pizza and whatnot every now and then, or it's,
it was market. Yeah, it was more of the commerce. And so what a lot of people are fighting is, purists. We don't want to put programming languages on top of Bitcoin. We don't want to have all that data in Bitcoin.
Okay.
Create a side chain, for that stuff and just maybe use it, but don't put all that, fake wallet addresses and bot wallet addresses. Don't waste all of that. That's going to slow down the performance.
Because Bitcoin is a wee bit slow, it's a wee bit. And so is Ethereum faster? I'll be honest with you. Bought
Ethereum is very slow.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's not only slow, but expensive. Like naturally, you have these things called validators. Validators are they allow crypto to be created and traded. And so if you have a big exchange go through, these validators all fight. I don't know if there's hundreds or thousands, but I think it's thousands of them fight to say, hey, I'll take that one. Because they're paying a lot of money to say, hey, give me your Ethereum to make this transaction happen. So they take a percentage of that.
Okay.
So, they're making a very pretty penny. But right now, Ethereum is Beverly Hills.
Got it. Okay. Well, and if Ethereum is tied to ever since I heard proof of work, proof of stake, it was the first time I heard it through Ethereum. Now, Ethereum is definitely not the only one to do it. I mean, there are many, many, many other cryptos out there in the DeFi space, or in the mainstream, or in the centralized space. But let's just give a brief synopsis to a beginner that doesn't know what's up. Proof of work versus proof of stake. From what I understand, proof of work it takes a lot of energy, takes a lot of computers and a lot of algorithms and computer magic to make something happen. A lot of energy. Proof of stake is more efficient, and it is a different system. It's not taking a crap load of energy. It's taking it's almost like they're taking your asset, your money, and staking it, which is in turn giving you something back.
Well, yeah. The funny part was, like, I don't know about it. I'm like, you literally do it all the time.
Yeah.
A proof of stake, drip is a proof of stake.
Okay. All right.
Right. So proof of work is just what you said. You nailed it. It's computers using CPU resources to maintain these algorithms that need to be done, or these computations.
Okay.
And proof of work is a way of saying, okay, do we really need CPUs to do that? Isn't there another way that we could come up with the same kind of mechanism? And so that's where V2 of Ethereum is coming out.
Okay.
So Ethereum right now itself is also proof of work. It has to have miners that cost energy.
Yep.
I know people who have them. As a matter of fact, I harsh him all the time, guys, so you don't need to.
Huh.
But in his neighborhood, the power goes out. He said,
wow.
He said in the little thing, people are like, what the hell? Why is this happening?
Yeah.
And meanwhile, he's like,
yeah.
And I'm like, how can you live with yourself knowing that you do that? Like, people have urgent care stuff on electricity, and you're just running an Ethereum farm.
Yeah.
But
they're making money. They're making money doing it.
Hey, the funny part is there's probably like 20 of them on this block that don't know they're doing it. It's not probably just him. That doesn't make sense that one would take it down,
Yeah, and there are people doing it. There are people that are doing this proof of work. They're buying a crap load of computers, and they are essentially mining either Bitcoin or Ethereum or whatever, making a crap load of money, like you said, in the process, using a ton of electricity. They're making money.
And so what's happening in South America is people are like, we get sun a lot, and we have these things called, volcanoes that are constantly producing energy. We can use that energy, and we won't have to, burn up the atmosphere to, make that happen. So that's very inviting. So it's proof of work got overblown because people made it into an election thing. And I don't know if this is fact, but some people were just saying, oh, they're just trying to breed ignorance. I don't know. But the bottom line was there weren't enough informed people to push back on the idea that Bitcoin was heating up the world,
Okay.
No,
Got it.
75% of it was green, but the 25% is enough to go, guys, that's 25% of burning up. That's still bad. So now that it's really frowned upon in some countries, especially in the European Union, they're like going, we can't guarantee that power stays on for our people all day. Usually, we can't have people putting crypto on these and taking out our power for a town.
Yeah.
You can't tell people they can't do it. They're going to go, oh, well, what would it hurt? So we have to take this on as a national issue. And
Wow.
so proof of work is something that people can chill and say, okay, the mechanisms of it, they're not baked out yet. So
Okay.
I haven't completely gone in
Okay.
to explore it, because like a lot of the programming languages, one of the reasons I got out of programming was because I was like, this stuff needs to be all put together so I can call different components of it, not me create the wheel every freaking time I create a project.
Got it.
Well, while I was out, they did that. And so anybody who got in like shortly after I got out of it and learned all that hard stuff, and they come in now, boy, did they go through a spell of nothing. Because like when I pick up now, I only have to watch a few months of videos to show all the stuff that I used to have to create by scratch is something that I can pull together like that.
Okay.
So I say that in alignment with my study of Ethereum version 2. Because they can change so much, I don't want to get to know it and understand it. It's like understanding the pig farm now. It's like, big deal. It doesn't help you because it's changing now. So I got involved in the version 1. Now there's a version 2, and I'm like, if I just waited until it went live, that's the time to study.
Okay.
So I'm sorry to go long.
No, I mean, I think it all ties together that, so, and for clarification, Ethereum V1, which it currently is, it is proof of work. It's taking a crap of computers and whatnot and energy, and what they're transitioning to is this version 2 of proof of stake. And to dive a little bit more into proof of stake, to give a little more context, tell me if this is incorrect. Because my head goes to this. Let's just say I'm a bank and a customer comes in and they want a loan. So I give them a loan, but is that a very, very, very watered down version of what proof of stake is?
That is.
Okay, there you go.
Proof of stake is when I deposit my check into your account, right?
Yeah.
It kind of is. And the interest that you would make off of it would be, similar to providing liquidity. Like somebody would take that interest and say, oh, as opposed to putting it back into your account, we'll take it and buy other stuff and make ourselves bigger. And that's where DeFi is taking everyone.
Yeah.
Like everybody is going to catch on to, I don't need to go to a bank, I can go straight to people for loans. Yeah. Crowdfunding, you can do that too. But DeFi is crowdfunding with applications and access to people. But because the technology is too new and people can't understand how to press the buttons, what I just said sounds like theory versus it actually applying. Meanwhile, you and I are benefiting by storing more and more crypto assets, waiting for everything to rise.
Yep. Well, and you're right too there. What you just said, you took me to a place of, because it's so new, everything in its infancy is stupid until it's established. Like Tesla looks stupid in its in its infancy, and Apple looked stupid in its infancy. I don't care about the politics. I'm talking about the products.
Yeah.
And what they've done. That's so true. Like everyone laughs until they're like pointing and oohing and awing after it's done well. And I heard somebody say it, I forget who it was, but it's the concept of, and same thing, proof of work, proof of stake. I'm still talking about it, but I remember someone saying that a lot of people crap on NFTs that don't understand them. But NFTs, that concept, or blockchain, the concept is incredible. And everyone's looking for the next Bitcoin, which may be an NFT or whatever, but it's not every single NFT. There's going to be a handful out there that will be the quote unquote Bitcoin, that will be, the Tesla, that will be the Apple, and it's when you're early to this gold rush, it's a pickaxe and digging in and trying to learn and, acquiring what you've educated yourself on.
Yeah. Like the .com boom. Yeah. Everybody goes, oh, the .com boom, man. It's going to be like the .com boom. Do you realize that you literally order everything online?
Yeah.
Right. There was no .com boom. There were everybody was just getting rich because they said, I'm in internet. And, oh, there's some money. And that changed.
Yeah.
Right. And so we might be in that process right now. I think it's still too early because there's no true crypto companies out there.
Yeah.
But, that's what's happening. It's not going to go away. And so people are just, like you said, they're making fun of it. AOL, people made fun of the AOL Time Warner merger. Yeah. What the heck are an internet company and a movie company going to do with each other? What are you going to do? Stream a movie through a modem? Yeah.
Lo and behold.
That's exactly what they're going to do. Now, the leaders at AOL Time Warner saw that. Nobody else did. Netflix did. But nobody else saw it. So Netflix was like, because Netflix was going to be done. It was done. They weren't going to be able to compete, which would probably have been a bad thing for innovation. But what were you going to say?
Do you see proof of stake sort of overtaking proof of work as time goes on? Like, I look at it and say 10, 20, 30 years and, is proof of stake basically the only, there's possibly going to be other models and other stuff that comes out, but essentially proof of stake is going to kill proof of work, it seems.
And that is the hope.
Got it.
Because I just think that proof of work is legitimate. Like, let's say I wanted to start a blockchain, that was a rival of Bitcoin. I would need a pretty big system to start. I need a lot of validators. I'd have to start, churning out the miners to, find that bit that creates the coin. So for a blockchain that's pretty much already done, like Bitcoin is, proof of work can wind down and you can start looking at proof of stake. But I'm not too sure how it is when you start something up from scratch that's on a grand scale. Will proof of stake really work in that regard?
Got it.
Haven't seen a blockchain that started with proof of work yet.
Got it.
Proof of stake, sorry.
Okay, proof of stake. Got it. Yeah, I mean, honestly, those were the biggest high points that I wanted to mention of proof of work, proof of stake. There is a boatload of videos on YouTube explaining the basic concepts of it, of them both. But I think it's important to touch on. And you're right, though. Proof of stake is something that we're both involved in. And to be honest with you, I can't, like, I have zero proof of work projects that I'm in to my knowledge. I take that back. I guess I a little bit of Ethereum each week, but I don't think I'm.
What do you mine it with?
Oh no, like I buy it off of a certain app. Like I have an auto buy.
Oh, well, so you're taking advantage of it. But if you had like nice hash miner running, like I do, on my computer, that just churns out Bitcoin, right?
Huh.
So I'm like, okay. It definitely pays for my light bill plus every month, so why not?
Really?
I'll show you that after the show.
I was going to say, yeah.
That was one of the first things I showed you and Holden.
No, I remember you telling me about the because like on a few of the shows, like I could turn the miner off for the show or else it's going to kill my internet. Got it. Yeah. Let's talk that out. Nice hash miner. All right, cool. But so obvious, like, is that the only sort of mining that you do? Or are you going deeper into that? Or are you trying to get away from that?
I thought, like, when I installed that freaking app the first time when Scott showed it to me, and I was like, I'm sorry, Scott, I can't talk to you. I just made 5 cents. And
right, absolutely.
I'm in another class, than you are. And
exactly.
So, yeah, because it was like before that, Matt, the only time that I saw money in my account is when I sold something or I got a paycheck.
Yep.
Making money outside of that was like, what?
Yeah.
Now we know. I can't even think of how do you make money in fiat, right?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well, what a great way to end it there with a little bit of application and real time use that like you're actually using it, and it's interesting to see it like such a little corner of the internet, which is really a gigantic corner of the internet, but it's the tip of the iceberg. Maybe I'll put it that way.
Oh, there you go.
Tip of the iceberg of the internet, of DeFi, of crypto, of a day and time where most people, that financial geniuses are even saying that crypto's stupid. And hey, they may be right. You never know. But
yeah, meanwhile, they're going, yeah, so stupid. What are you doing? Nothing.
It's very interesting to see a concept like proof of work, proof of stake being debated, and then also to see the proof of work is like it has a political impact, and then it's crazy that this little thing is huge. It's huge, and I just that huge. Okay, telling you huge, and that's why I keep coming back to this. That's why I do believe that there is something here. That's why I'm doing this show here with Potter. That's why I do believe that there is something here. I damn sure don't understand every bit of it, but I'm going to continue to attempt to learn.
Well, you're collecting like you are.
Yes,
like a lot of people would be like, "Oh, why are you going to retire?" It's like, I've got time, right?
Yeah, there's time. Yeah. Well, you got anything including proof of work, proof of stake?
No, we kind of covered it. It will be interesting to see what Ethereum V2 does, because that will truly be a proof of work blockchain. I can't get my mind around it.
Proof of work or proof of stake blockchain?
Sorry, did I say it backwards? Yeah, they're proof of work.
It is a proof of work.
Yes.
It will be a proof of stake.
Yes, it will be a proof of stake. Sorry.
Got it. Is there any sort of announcement on when that's going to be?
It was supposed to be already. Until now, they're like,
Got it. Okay.
Right. Literally, they make those sound effects too. I just don't.
Really? Do they?
Yeah, literally. It's like a requirement. It's in the white paper.
Well, if you are feeling squirrely and you want to slide on by 9 Eastern, Thursdays and Fridays, we'll be here talking about the world of crypto. Well, no, because that's gonna air tomorrow at 9 a.m. as well, so we'll be good.
I knew that. Never mind.
There you go. Yeah, see, we're on it. We have a pre-recorded show that we're going to air tomorrow.
I guess we should plug him. Easy.
We should.
Step.
Easy step.
Yep. Easy step.
You'll be seeing us with him tomorrow. We'll be recording that beforehand. That won't be live. Looking forward to that. He has a great channel. We'll be plugging that. Very knowledgeable guy. And if you're feeling squirrely, tune on in 9 a.m. Eastern. You will see that tomorrow. So, well, if you don't have anything in closing, so let's get out of here. All right?
Okay.
Builders, keep building.
Cheers.
There it is.